Hi, this is Ira Gorlick, and this is the second part in my discussion of spontaneous order. So for me, the way Hayek uses the term individual and central planner doesn't work. For me, in order to make spontaneous order work, the terms individual and central planner have to have two apparently mutual exclusive actors, individuals and central planners. But there are a lot of actors and groups of actors between the individual and a central planner. You have the individual, of course, making decisions as to what they're going to buy and how much they're going to spend. Then you have the family, makes decisions on where they're going to live and what kind of house they're going to have. You have the city, which makes decisions based on zoning and on all kinds of different city parks and all those things. You have the state. State is state, actual state or federal in terms of making planning. And they're not the only. There's all kinds of planners. There's church, there's work, there's homeowners associations, there's schools, there's industries, there's businesses. In other words, when we talk about spontaneous order and we talk about Hayek, we talk about planners, you have to be very careful because there's different layers on this. It's not just binary, either individual or central planner. You have all kinds of different groups and individuals involved. So let's take an example of spontaneous order. So here I have a bunch of things. I have red boxes and blue boxes. I have lettered boxes and numbered boxes, and I have big boxes and small boxes. If I'm going to attempt to make order, I can make order any number of different ways. I can do it on numbers, I can do it on letters, I can do it on size, or I can do it on color. So I can group this, get order out of the numbers, or I can have just numbers ones, or I can do it out of letters with the A's. I can do it by red, by color, or I can do it by size, by big and by small. So you see that spontaneous order, there's any number of different ways that I, as an individual, can choose to order any number of different things. So how I choose to organize the things around me are based on my goals for that organization. In general, individuals have a good grasp of their optimum goals. However, as soon as you add more than one person to a situation, determining the optimum goals becomes more difficult. So how long does it take to spontaneously order something? If it's just one person, it's pretty fast. I could decide how to organize those boxes in an instant. You have two people, now it's going to take longer. You have 5 people, it's going to take even longer. You have 100 people, even longer. And of course, if you have 1,000,000 people, it's going to take even a lot more than that. This is an interesting quote from Patton that I like. Never tell people how to do things. Tell them what you want, and they will surprise you with their ingenuity. In other words, he's talking about spontaneous order. Give somebody a goal, and you'd be interesting to see how they self-organize it and do it the way they want to do it. So in terms of my bias, I'm very conflicted on spontaneous order. On one hand, it makes perfect sense. No one knows more about how to order my life than me. I don't think it's optimal for some third party to tell me how to order my life. But on the other hand, spontaneous order is an illusion of control. I cannot order my life spontaneously every instant. I would never get anything done. I've used the keyboard layout, the QWERTY keyboard that I'm typing on now, since the 7th grade. If it changed every time I sat down, I would never get anything written because I would constantly be trying to learn to type. My bias is also that spontaneous order is often used for those that dislike the current order of things. Net neutrality is an example. Many of the same people that don't want net neutrality also believe in spontaneous order. Ted Cruz, Thomas Haslett. They believe the internet does not need the FCC to construct order. Rather, the internet will order itself. So the next lecture I'm going to talk about is the history of spontaneous order. Thank you.